Tonight was an important night. The town of Westford had a selectmen meeting to address what they called Article 30, which was a bylaw that infringed against the Second Amendment. There was a large turnout, and they quickly withdrew it in a meeting that lasted just a few minutes. This is a small victory for the liberty movement, and it was encouraging, but it's a small victory. I see many times in the future when we will need to stand up to people who don't understand what the basis of freedom is in this country, this great country of America. And I don't know, I was there, filmed it, and so this is my YouTube.
Registered voters, we need your signatures. Okay, good evening, everyone. We're ready to begin, and we will start by asking you all to rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started, I have a few announcements to make. I know it's a large crowd here, and there's a lot of emotion and enthusiasm here. I'm going to ask you all to really try to be respectful and keep your noise to a minimum, and allow this meeting to proceed in a nice, calm, and safe manner. And towards that, the fire chief has asked me to make sure you all keep the aisles clear. We have a large crowd here tonight, and so we need to make sure people can move around safely. I also want to thank town staff that did a tremendous effort pulling together a Board of Selectmen meeting for a very large crowd in a non-standard location. The overflow area was set up in the gymnasium, which required a lot of effort, and setting this meeting up, and also the police providing safety and controlling the large number of people and making sure we all can proceed safely was very much appreciated. And the folks at Westford Cat who pulled together the broadcast of this in an unusual location for them on short notice is also very much appreciated. So with that, we'll move to the open forum agenda item. Does anyone on the board have anything? Or does anyone have anything? Seeing nothing, we'll move to the main order of business, which is to start discussing our March 23rd, 2013 annual town meeting, and in particular the article to amend the Chapter 95 firearms bylaw by adding a new section. When last we met and were able to get going on this, Selectman Sullivan had a motion he wanted to make, but because we did not have a full board here, he agreed to hold back on that. But I know Bob's here tonight and would like to make a motion following up on what Jim wanted to do earlier.
Yes, I'm going to make a motion to withdraw formally Article 30 of the Firearms Bylaw. This was meant to be a discussion within the town of Westford, a community discussion. It's gotten way, way beyond that, and we're not really getting the discussion we want. I want to thank everybody who emailed on both sides of this issue, and all of the people I've talked to on the phone. There are many, many issues within this issue that we need to work out.
Okay, so we have a motion made and seconded to remove the firearms bylaw article from the warrant, and I just want to get a sense of where the board stands on this right now, so I'm going to go down to the end with the entry.
Certainly, I will support the motion to remove what is now Article 28 and formerly Article 30 from the warrant article. I, too, would like to thank everybody who sent me emails over the last month. I tried to respond to most of them. For any of you who didn't get a reply from me, I apologize. I did do my best. I have learned a tremendous amount over the last month. I have been educated tremendously over the last month about this issue from all of you. I have read all of the articles, emails, reports that you have sent me. I do believe that there are many issues that can be discussed sometime in the future. I do believe that there have been issues that have been raised that at some point should be addressed, but the article and the warrant, the article that has been proposed for the warrant is not the way to do that, and so I will support the withdrawal of this article.
I also will support Bob's motion to withdraw this article, but I would like to see it end here and now. This is an issue best left at the state and federal levels.
This is a meeting of the Board of Selectmen. This is not a sporting event. I ask you respectfully to respect our process here at the beginning of this meeting. I understand a lot of you are new to this, and I hope that we can just proceed in a more calm and less raucous manner from here on out. So thank you in advance for not doing that again. Jim?
I'm also obviously in support of this article, although I continue to think there's certain things that we ought to be talking about when it comes to this issue, and certain things that might be done to make this place a little safer. I don't think what we've tried to do here on a town-by-town basis is the direction to go. So I certainly agree with that. This is not a Westford issue. This is a Massachusetts and a United States of America issue, and we should leave it to them to try and do the best that they can to make us all a safer place.
Very nice. Okay, and that comes to me. I also am in support of this motion to remove this particular article from the warrant. First of all, I think what we can do at the local level is already being done, and so I want to give my thanks to Town Manager Jody Ross, Police Chief Tom McEnany, Fire Chief Roshan, and School Superintendent Bill Olson for the effort they're putting in making our buildings safer and trying to make sure they're doing everything we can do to prevent any sort of unfortunate incidents. So that's being done at the local level. I also agree with Val that this sort of thing is best left to the state and federal level. And, for those of you, and I know, I've gotten a fair amount of contact from people who actually wanted to see this bylaw go forward, even with the difficulties it has in it. And, I can understand where you're coming from, and I can understand you might possibly be disappointed that this is getting withdrawn here tonight. But there are other things you can do if this is something you really believe in. There are organizations that you can look into to see if they match up with what you're trying to accomplish. There are bills filed at the state level. There's legislation proposed at the federal level. And I would ask everyone here on either side of the issue to take a look at all of this stuff. You obviously all care very much about this. And contact your state reps and your federal reps and these private organizations and do your part in trying to make this debate go the way you would like to see it to go. So, having heard this discussion, it seems like we have a very strong consensus here. I can't imagine there's anything anyone in this room could say that we haven't already heard in the very great many emails and phone calls and personal contact we've gotten. So I'm going to proceed straight to the vote on the motion right now. All those in favor of the motion to withdraw, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None. The vote is unanimous. With that, we will move on to the next agenda item, which is a request to reopen the warrant for 3 different purposes. One was to add an article for a non-zoning wetlands bylaw.
People not to leave, please.
Yeah,
Please do not leave.
let me explain something here. There is a citizen's petition that is the exact duplicate of the proposed bylaw that the Selectmen just Selectmen just removed from the warrant. If we choose to reopen the warrant for any other purpose, that citizen's petition would get onto the warrant. So before, I imagine a great many of you would be concerned about that duplicate of the Selectmen article getting on the warrant. So you might want to stick around for this discussion to see whether or not we open the warrant, and if we do open it, that would put the citizen's petition. So I'm going to proceed to the 3 reasons we might want to reopen the warrant. One is a request from Neshoba Valley Technical High School to add an article for a non-zoning wetlands bylaw change. Another was to request dividing what was currently a single capital article into multiple articles. And the third reason might be to, we got what's called Chapter 61A. Someone has asked to take their land out of what's called Chapter 61A status, which would give the town the possibility of purchasing that property. So I'm going to, again, go down through my board here and see if anyone is inclined to want to reopen the warrant for any of those reasons. Andrea?
Sure. I am not inclined to open the warrant. I have always taken the stand that once we close the warrant, unless there is some emergency or some unsuspected or unanticipated reason that the warrant has to be opened, we should keep it closed. The timeline for our town meeting comes out well in advance. Everybody knows about it. It's publicized. And we have deadlines, and deadlines should be met. And in this particular case, I don't think that any of the articles that people have asked that the warrant be open for meet at least the criteria that I have for putting articles on the warrant, and therefore I am not in favor of reopening this warrant. And I would like to close the warrant tonight.
Well, tell them to close.
I would like to sign it if we can.
Thank you, Andrea. Bill?
At a previous meeting, the town manager indicated that the capital items could be combined under one motion. Is that still true? And in that case, there's no reason for us to open the warrant.
Agreed. Okay, and before I say I agree, you still might want to hang around. And so I agree with that as well. So I assume that means there's no motion from the board to reopen the warrant. And that is correct, so we are done with that item. The last item you might care about here is we're going to take a vote to sign the warrant. I think that's still okay, as I check in with the town manager. We're going to vote to sign the warrant. Once we sign the warrant, then you can be assured that that is the final warrant that will go to the town meeting, and you don't have to worry that we might subsequently reopen the warrant, or that this article could rise from the dead. So with that, I will ask for a motion to sign the warrant.
So moved.
Is there a second? Bob seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And the vote is unanimous. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. This meeting is concluded. Thank you all.
Sitting at a movie one day. I don't know what else.
I mean, there's a time and a place for it. I strongly believe that law-abiding gun owners, they have the right. Your moral is right. The path is right. This country is based on those rights. That's how I see it. John.
Yeah, your last name. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You too.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I was coming out.
Wonderful. Lots of that stuff because it was about the Second Amendment. So, how would you sum up what happened? A lot more people.
Same question, Dave. What did you think about it?
The same thing, Second Amendment is really important, and that should be taken into account.
What went through your mind when you decided to withdraw?
We were pleased that they listened.
Thank you very much.
What time is this going to end?
Can we see if we can get that guy?